Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to the LEGO Batman DS here on the KwingsLetsPlays channel. It'd be really awesome to see this video get 500 likes, so if you could drop a like, that would be amazing. Today we are doing the first part of Chapter 2, Power-Crazed Penguin.
Yay!
That's kind of like almost a tongue twister.
I would love to see the video get 50 trillion likes.
Yeah, no. So it's
500.
time for Gotham Docks. What does the Penguin have in store for the Caped Crusaders?
Would you believe 300? Okay.
At Penguin's base, wah, wah, wah. Bane, Catwoman, Killercroc.
Perfect.
And looks like they're Bane spotting Killercroc there.
Yeah, I know. What a nice guy.
Greetings, my cohorts in crime. Wah, 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 wah. It is the Penguin. Killercroc, your triceps look amazing. Guys, look at this. This is my grand scheme to control penguins. Wah, 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 wah. I don't get it. Should we throw a rock at it?
Yeah.
So, Penguin's grand scheme is to, remember? It's like, wah-ha-ha. He's going to use the Penguin army to take over
my gosh.
Gotham.
Look at those teeth on Killercroc. It's pretty crazy.
I know.
I feel so bad for K-Bro.
Have you seen how many characters are missing, like, in this? So you only get 4 villains as opposed to, like, 6. So they shorten the amount of levels. That's why I don't know if there's going to be a bad guy level. If there is, we'll do it. Penguin, what's going on?
Oh no, the evil penguins.
I don't have any money. Oh! Is that what penguins sound like?
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah. I am amused.
There.
See, guys?
Catwoman.
If we transmit this stuff
Times 1 million.
times 1 million, we can take over Gotham with penguin robots.
Wah, you will be destroyed.
Wah, wah, wah. Gotham will crumble at my feet. Wah. Meanwhile, at Wayne Manor, Tim Drake and Bruce Wayne are sewing when all of a sudden the bat signal appears through the sky. It's time for Batman and Robin. Quickly, Tim, to the bat poles.
Holy hand stitches, Batman. I don't know.
This is what happens when you try to stitch your own suit, Robin.
Oh no, I left the needle in. Ah,
Robin's
folks.
like, wait, how in the world did you get dressed so quickly?
Because I'm Batman.
Because I'm Batman. Racing off into the night, the dynamic duo speed in their jet boat things.
Hey, they each have one.
Meanwhile, at Gotham Docks, all seems quiet until trouble emerges. Will the Caped Crusaders be triumphant? Oh no, they have guns. That's a cool picture.
Oh yeah, it is. I like the wings go across the moon. That's so
Symbolism. Okay, so Gotham Docks is actually a really fun level, but they change up the puzzle mechanics just a little bit. So just pay attention to this guide, you guys will be totally fine.
cool. You have such a good memory of Lego Batman 1.
I love this game. I used to play this all the time. Because I was like, well, I mean, it was different than the console version, but you have to remember that the gaming system of choice for me, especially when I was editing videos or writing scripts or whatever, or we were out, was always the Nintendo DS. And then when the 3DS came out, and it was backwards compatible, you know?
Yeah, then you could play all the DS games on your 3DS. Yeah, these thugs look like they have style. They're wearing some berets and little sweaters or something.
They're basically after the Penguin Goons from the 1960s.
Oh, okay.
Penguins goons wore, like, they dressed like penguins, so black and purple, white, and they would have, like, goon on their shirt or something like that.
Not to be, like, I don't know, put them in a category or anything, but they kind of look like artist people. I don't know, they have, like, little berets and they're wearing all black.
It was a 60s thing, because Joker's goons also had, like, the little berets.
Oh, okay.
Joker's goons did not change until the Tim Burton movie.
Oh, yeah, I remember. They had berets, too. What's up with berets?
It's an artist thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I am the world's first homicidal artist. Fully functioning homicidal artist.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess to make a truly good work of art, you have to be wearing a beret while you're painting.
Do I look like I'm joking? Yes, yes you do, because your face is all like...
Yeah. Oh my
I'm sorry, but that
gosh.
was a terrifying Joker when I was a kid. because his face was like frozen like that.
Yep.
A truly sinister guy. Be interesting to see who would win, Jack Nicholson Joker or Heath Ledger. Like Dark Knight versus Batman. Which Joker would reign supreme?
Oh, I know, because one is like more of a thug and the other one is like insane and likes to make puns.
Yeah.
I still think that whole thing with the face, that was so scary with that thing he did to her face, that reminds me of like you were telling me later about, we were talking when we were playing Arkham about Black Mask with putting that chemical on girls' faces to make it all messed up. Like, that kind of was what Joker did to his girlfriend in like the Tim Burton, or I don't know if it was in the Jack Nicholson movie. I don't remember who directed it.
Keaton movie.
You
could call it the Jack Nicholson movie if you want.
I can't remember. I couldn't remember which one that was. Yeah, it did have Keaton in it. You're right. Sorry about that. I'll make sure to remember that. It's the Keaton movie. But I feel like they might have taken that from Black Mask or something, because it didn't seem like a Joker thing.
No, Joker did a lot of crazy things in the comic books. Like, Jack was given a lot of research materials.
Oh, really?
Yep, more than Heath was. Heath just kind of made his own Joker diary, and
yeah,
he had like they gave him some crazy stories that the Joker they were going for, which was the Arkham Asylum Joker. Like, not the one in the video game, because that hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, they gave it to Jack, or Heath?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they gave, like, all the really creepy stories to Heath, and then Heath did research on his own for different things. Jack Nicholson, they gave, like, a lot of, I would say, Bronze Age material that was, like, basically fuel for the animated series, plus the Dark Knight Returns books and stuff like that. So, I mean, his Joker was... You know, even for the time, aside from, if it didn't have the Prince music and it didn't have some of that other stuff, you know, and they had maybe some different musical choices, it could have been a lot scarier.
Yeah.
But the pop music, it really, that's the only thing I really didn't like about the 80s Batman movie, and why a lot of people like the Batman Returns movie better than the first Batman, is because it doesn't feel dated. It feels timeless.
Yeah, you're right.
Batman Forever, Batman and Robin all feel dated movies, whereas the Nolan trilogy, since it's also its own score, and it doesn't really do anything to tell you what year it is, it feels like its own standalone thing, like what happened with Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
That's also why the Nolan films are always going to work very well for a different take on Batman's universe. Just like Batman Returns could be a very good standalone Batman movie, you know, making ties back to the original. And the original movie was fantastic, it was great, but it's dated.
Yeah.
And the Prince music and all this other stuff in it, it just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, it gets, like, a little corny with the pop music. I mean, back in the day, like, when it came out, I'm sure it sounded really awesome with the Prince music, because it was that era of music, like, everyone was into.
Oh, that movie changed superhero films forever. And that's why, I mean, I still to this day, no matter how many Batman themes there are, the best written Batman theme is from Danny Elfman. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's used so much.
And Shirley Walker, who did a takeoff on it. And
Shirley Walker was a conductor for Danny. So.
Yeah, Danny Elfman was, I mean... I really like Danny Elfman as a composer, because it kind of gives you an impression like anyone can compose. Like, not like he didn't do any work at all, but like looking at John Williams, like where he studied from like a very young age in Italy and stuff, it just seems like no one can attain that. Whereas you were telling me Danny Elfman actually started later and just worked his way up and became a composer. Mm-hmm. So I really like that kind of like idea, like he was able to just put hard work into it and do what he wanted. That's really awesome. So yeah, I like Danny Elfman as a composer. I think he's one of the top composers I've ever heard.
Yep. Alright, so this level, just like the first, you know, time you play Penguin's mission or whatever, the part of this chapter, we have to take down Bane. And the fight takes place inside the train yard, which is actually kind of cool because in the console version, you're not in a train yard. You're at the Gotham Docks.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of boats and stuff, but for whatever reason, there's trains in this level. And what Bane does to attack Batman is actually really cool, and it shows that Bane is actually a force to be reckoned with. Which you really didn't, get that in the Lego Batman game.
Yeah.
Even when Bane is, like, picking up cars and throwing it at people, like, in his kind of little movie, this Bane seems more intimidating and fun. So, I mean, you have to really play both versions of Lego Batman, the video game, the portable version and the home console, to really appreciate what Traveler's Tales was able to do with the limited resources that they had.
I know. 1 and 2 are the best. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what they were thinking with 3. I really don't. I mean, we did it.
It's always hard when you make a hit and then you want to keep it going, but it's like hard to continue whatever you had. Like to keep whatever you somehow made this magic, and it's hard to keep it going.
Right.
It's like almost a third of anything is always a little bit worse. I'm like, no offense, but it's like, it's hard. Like, even when I watch, I mean, I don't know, I'm just so weird, but when I watch Star Wars, I'm sorry, but the third Star... many people love that last Star Wars movie, Return of the Jedi, but it's my least favorite of the trilogy. Because they just had... I mean, I love Ewoks, but it's just too many Ewoks all over the place.
It has the happy ending, though.
I know, but it's just the song at the end, and it's just corny at the end. It's just, like, dumb. It's interesting, but...
The ending actually feels very 80s. Like the,
It's just too corny at the end. Like, I just can't... I can't do that. Like, the ending ruins the entire movie.
Wow.
That's the first time I've said this, but it's fine. There's another Star Wars movie that was good recently, so I'm allowed to criticize the old ones now.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, I needed something to fall back on. Like, I did like Rogue One a lot, so it gave me the strength to be able to be like, okay, this one actually wasn't that great.
That's how you use trains, kids.
Okay, fine. I also didn't like Luke's hair in the third one. Sorry, that's how you lose Six Train.
I like the hair look in that one, though.
His hair was too short. I liked his hair, like, bushy and blowing in the wind. Like, his hair was all short and, like...
That was a 70s haircut.
He looked too serious.
He needed to look serious.
Black. I didn't like my hero wearing black. It was just weird. So there's my problem.
Good guys wear black.
I did not like Luke Skywalker wearing black. I didn't like his haircut too short. And, yeah. I didn't like the end. There you go.
Okay, so what we need to do now is take Batman and Robin, because, let's see, where are we? Okay, we're already through those switches. I'm a little lost. No, that can't be blown up, I don't think, but let's test it. Nope. Great. Come on, brain. What did I do with those trains? Ah! That's what I did. Okay, so now we can get through here, I think.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay. Now I know what I'm doing. Oh, can't get back there. Okay. So, no, yeah, I really like this game. And I think that if you guys and gals can find it, it's a great gem to have in your collection. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Not yet.
It's so cute. I just love it. It makes me smile the whole time.
And out of all the stuff that they could use to, cement that this game is Batman, by having Elfman's music in it, it just, like, puts it over the edge.
Yeah, I'm loving listening to the music. I could say I like the music almost every second.
Alright, see the free play stuff right there?
Yeah, it's
That's
for
the bad guys.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
So, Robin, even though it has the platforms up there, some of the bad guys actually have, like, the gymnastic ability, so this is for free play to collect some of the stuff.
Maybe if you had Jason Todd in your party, he could use that.
I don't think Jason is in this. Jason's in the second one.
Yeah. Right.
The Batman characters that I remember being unlockable in Lego Batman 1 are Nightwing and Batgirl and Alfred.
Interesting.
I don't even think Azrael was unlocked.
Oh, yeah.
But he appears in one of the portable games.
I definitely saw him at some point. I can't remember, though.
The console version had, like, they ran out of money or something. Or they ran out of time to release it because they were trying to rush it or something like that because there was a new Lego game every year. You gotta remember, like, they had, like, Lego Star Wars and Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Batman.
I can't even imagine the pressure that people are under to release games like that because it's like if you, like, for me, if I... You know, if there's an error or something and I release a video anyway or whatever, everyone notices. But with a game, it's even more pressure because it's like...
Nobody was expecting the Lego Batman game to be as good as it was. And for... That's funny. So much for Mr. Forklift
I think
guy.
that the whole reason why they brought voice acting in to other Lego games and was because of how great the first Lego Batman game was. Don't you think? Like, it was because... Didn't they bring it in? They brought it in for Lego Batman 2 because of, like, the success of Lego Batman 1. If it wasn't that successful, they would have never done voice acting.
I'm trying to think what the first voice-acted Lego... It was Lego
Batman 2.
Well, console-wise, there were PC games that had voice acting in them.
Oh.
But Lego Batman 2 is the reason why eventually we got Lego Marvel and all this other stuff, Lego Avengers and things like that.
Yeah, it was a tremendous success. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed trolling you and calling you Dad the entire time.
Yeah, I know you did.
Except for it was weird because, never mind.
I still think that...
In several ways, it was weird. Sorry.
A lot of people say that we're known for Disney Infinity. If that was true, then the 9 or 10 million people that have watched our Versus things, they would have subscribed for Disney Infinity.
Yeah.
I really feel like the Lego Batman games and just like Batman in general is kind of like our niche audience.
Yeah, I mean, like, we started doing Verse Injustice, and then we did Lego. We basically anything that has to do with Batman, like, because actually, that's probably mine. It's over there. You can just shut my phone off.
Thank you for shutting off your phone. Silence your cell phones, kids, during Let's Plays.
Sorry.
Who would be calling us at this time of night?
I don't know. I just get lots of, like, telemarketers and stuff.
We're on the no-call list.
I get calls from all kinds of weird places, I'll tell you what.
Alright, so... okay, now it's the Bane stuff. I got kind of, like, confused because I was like, what's going on now? Because the phone rang and I'm just like, So we're close to getting the true hero status. But no, if it wasn't for Lego Batman, there wouldn't be the Lego superhero games. And I really like the Lego superhero genre. Don't get me wrong, the Lego Star Wars stuff was great.
Yeah,
there was so
I like
much
that.
of that.
I enjoyed the shiny floors.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why do they never have shiny floors again? Why, Traveler's Tales?
I don't know.
I loved the shiny floors. I wanted them forever.
I thought we could open that.
I want to see my reflection in the floor when I'm walking around.
I don't know what character can interact with that over
Robin?
there. No, Batman and Robin can't do it. It must be a villain. But this doesn't open. That's kind of a shame.
Yeah. Well, way off topic, but isn't it weird how Mark Hamill from the Star Wars movies looks nothing like he does today? Like, if you told me, like, if I didn't know that was Mark Hamill, I would have no idea that it was the same person. He doesn't sound or look anything like the same.
He'll use because his Mark Hamill voice isn't his Luke Skywalker voice.
Yeah, but when you told me, remember when you first told me that he was the Joker? I was like, no, he's not. And I refused to believe it, and I looked it up. I was like, no.
Okay, so what we need to do to avoid being, like, smushed by Bane is we have to get out of the way. So this is what I'm talking about, Bane being, like, a really formidable foe in the Lego Batman game. He is pushing the containers, like, in the dock area at Batman, and these things weigh, like, a ton.
Wow, he is super strong.
And now he's throwing, like, bombs at us.
Why does no one ever take advantage? Like, this game actually took advantage of how strong he is. Why does no one ever do that? Like,
well, I liked Christopher Nolan's interpretation of Bane because he actually used the, what's the... Who's the guy who made Bane again? He was a great Nightwing writer too. He's very famous. I follow him on Twitter.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll remember it later.
Okay.
But they used that version of Bane from the '90s for the Nolan movies, and they made him this formidable, like, tactical genius. And that's what Bane was like.
Yeah, he was like that in the Nolan. He was planning every detail. Like, he was sitting there planning from prison or whatever. Or wherever he was. I don't know where he started planning, but he planned everything. That was the thing. And he had a tremendous plan, and he was actually...
Chuck Dixon.
Oh, okay, Chuck Dixon.
Chuck Dixon there's the red brick. Chuck Dixon is the guy who created Bane, and he also knows how to write Nightwing the best in the modern era.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, he was the guy who created Bloodhaven and all that other stuff for Dick Grayson.
Yeah, because, like, he basically was taking over, like, the city, and he had everything planned. It wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this crazy stuff, and then the police come in and take over, and he's put down. It's like, no, he busted all the bridges, he had everything. It's like no one could touch him. He had everything planned out.
He even broke out the inmates in Arkham Asylum, just like he did in the comic book.
He was a genius.
The only difference is... what they didn't encompass in the movie, which it might have been cool to do this, but Batman, you really didn't know how many rogues he took down, because in his time frame, it was only Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow and the Joker, and Two-Face, and, you know, none of those guys were locked up in Arkham Asylum, so releasing the inmates, it was just a bunch of crazy people from the Narrows. That was kind of a plot point that was left hanging after Batman Begins in The Dark Knight, you know?
Yeah, but I did like how he worked with... I always feel like in the animated series, Bane would work with other people and get them to work for him, and I did like how he worked with there's Bane, he's angry. I liked how Bane worked with the Scarecrow guy, and he used other people to work for him, you know? So, that was pretty cool.
Alright, this is your typical Rise of Sinzu Bane boss fight. So all you have to do is stand here, and he's gonna run into you, yeah. Toro!
Nice job!
And what's funny is, this game predates Arkham Asylum, right? So, every single time Bane appears in video games, whether it's Young Justice, the Arkham games, the Lego games, they always go back to that one Bane boss fight in Batman Rise of Sinzu, where Bane charges at you.
I know,
and it's like, why? Why use that same...
Maybe it's just like, well, I can't think of anything, so we'll just use that.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I think, like, if this was a modern game, I think they would have made Bane a giant character or something. Because he is supposed to be big, and he looks smaller than Robin and Batman right now.
Well, the Bane minifigure, it wasn't until Lego Batman 3, I believe, or I think Lego Marvel came out first.
Yeah.
Like, before Lego Batman 3. To be honest, I don't know if we're ever going to get a Lego Batman 3, but what I really wanted to see, or a Lego Batman 4...
Yeah.
And then we just pull this lever and the stuff goes down on Bane. What I really always wanted, since they did a Lego cinematic universe for the Marvel games, and all the DLC, there's been so many Batman movies at this point, right? What they could do is they could make an entire Lego game based after the Keaton Batman, Batman Returns, then Batman Forever, the George Clooney Batman, the Nolan... and then Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad. You have that
Luke.
all in one game.
George Clooney that didn't count as a Batman movie. That doesn't exist. Don't remind me of that.
Because originally, the Lego games, like the licensed stuff, Lego Batman was the first Lego game that Traveler Tale made that had its own story, using licensed characters. So, I mean, it paved the way for Lego Batman 2, it paved the way for Lego Marvel, with their own storylines and stuff like that. Whereas before, they were just stuff about movies.
It definitely did. The game could have its own storyline. Yeah, definitely. I like that a lot, because then you're guessing. You have no idea what's going to happen. It makes the game really fresh, and you have no idea what's going to happen next. And your kid can play it and be like, wow, what's going to happen now? And then, you know, be like, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to play the next level to find out.
Alright, so just like the Two-Face battle, a cage has come down, so it's time for us to take down Bane.
Yep, totally.
by standing right here so he could not learn his lesson, charge up, and try to hit us in the face. Well, Ice.
Oh no!
Clang. And up we go.
But how long will he be knocked out?
Long enough for me to do this. Boom.
Nice.
Say cheese, Robin.
Batman's right there with the camera.
Look, even Batman uses a tripod.
Yeah, I know.
I need to find a tripod.
Look, he even has that little light.
Mm-hmm.
He's all prepared. Of course, he is a billionaire.
I will get you for this, Batman. You have not seen the last of Bane.
Oh, he's like angry there. And it's got some smoke coming out.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Robin has his own sea vehicle.
So recently, the Chuck Dixon version of Bane is coming back in DC Rebirth. And he is a force to be reckoned with. Like, the I Am Bane series, not really for kids to read, but those of you that are older, it's fantastic. Bane also doesn't have the luchador mask anymore. He has a classic Bane look.
Oh.
And he is out for revenge on Batman. It's pretty cool. So much so that Batman was worried that his sidekicks, like Nightwing, Red Hood, and Damian would get in trouble. He knocked them out, and he brought them to the Fortress of Solitude, and he told the classic Superman to watch over my kids for 4 days, because I can't protect them from Bane. And he has them, like, under, like, some type of, like, glass where they're sleeping.
Wow.
That's how afraid of Bane he is.
That's crazy.
So Bane is a force to be reckoned with in DC Rebirth, and it's amazing. Like, I'm really enjoying the role of Bane and a lot of other characters. But anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this episode. Again, please bat punch that like button. Love to see this video get 500 likes. It shows that you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you tomorrow with another LEGO Batman DS. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!